Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Mixed Emotions. Hope you all are doing good and doing fine. Well, today is a very auspicious day as today is the 74th Independence Day of India. On 15th August 1947, India got independence. Our brave soldiers and brave fighters fought their battle so hard and laid down their lives so that we get independence. There are numerous people and there are numerous soldiers who have been involved in this independence battle of India. We got relief from the imperial British rule and we started thinking independently. Now, according to me, being independent has always been a prime virtue of my life. Independency does not only means that our country is independent, independency also means that how do you treat yourself as an independent human being. Yes, being independent is very important. Being independent is a virtue for me. Being independent does not only mean that you are independent on your own terms. There should be an independent voice which you can raise. There should be an independent opinion which you can say, and there should be an independent thought which you can think. Independency for me also lies in these criteria. Being independent is a very big thing in today's world, as you are dependent on yourself. You are to be blamed for the flaws you make. You are to be praised for the good things you do. So being independent in today's world is really important. And yes, this is the actual small message I wanted to share with all of you. And happy Independence Day to all of you. And we should come out of this idea of not being independent and being dependent on others for our livelihood. We all have that particular skill and particular talent in ourselves, with the help of which we can make ourselves independent. So thank you everybody, and please keep watching the video as I have something interesting coming up for you all. Today's class will be a bit different, as today I will be trying to take you through the tour of pronunciation and how to speak a poem or how to recite a poem. I always remember that on this particular occasion of Independence Day, we used to have recitation program in our school where we were told to recite a poem. So this is a poem of Tagore which we had recited, and like there was an elocution competition, and there was one teacher, our English teacher Padma ma'am. I still remember this particular teacher of me used to tell me few things which I may like to share with all of you. Like many of us are very much interested in recitation, no matter in whatever language, whether it is English or Bengali. So particularly she used to tell me that whenever you are reciting a poem, always first feel the thing. You need to feel it and you need to understand it, and then you can actually start saying. My teacher always used to tell me that start understanding the poem, start personifying the poem. So I will be just telling this poem in two ways. The first way is a very normal way. The first time when I started understanding, like our teachers tell me just stand up and read this para. So how do we read? We read it like that. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic worlds, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake. So this is a very normal way in which we used to say, or we used to recite the poem. But my ma'am has actually given me some tips, and she made me understand that not only me, there were also fellow competitors for this particular this elocution competition. So she gave me few tips through which you can improve your recitation, through which you can actually personify the poem and you can speak, because speaking and reciting is a bit different. Both things are not the same thing. So the first part, when you are reciting, you are actually facing audience, right? So you need to be physically presentable in order to present yourself in front of that audience. For us, the audience were parents. For us, the audience were our friends. Okay, there should be the voice, there should be the articulation in the voice should be perfect. The voice should be you should not speak so slowly that no one can hear you. right? So the voice is also a very important factor. And there is another part, that is a dramatic appropriateness. What is dramatic appropriateness? Is that you will be portraying the poem as if you are actually the narrator. You have actually gone through those sequences and you are actually enacting in a drama. So that is a very important thing for people to recite. And then you need to make people understand by the way you recite or the way you speak. The overall performance, the next point, is also very, very important, as you can start off from a point and you can ending up from a point, and the middle part, these three things are very important. So the overall performance needs to be very good. There should be accuracy, like you should not keep stretching a line for 2 minutes. Okay, so there should be accurate timing for every line of the poem. And yes, the body language, you have to stand poised, like we tend to sit like this, but the actual sitting style is actually you have to sit poised way or stand in a poised way. Your shoulders should always be up. That is the way we have been taught. And you should be very much you should be pretty much having that ease and comfort while you're speaking that particular English. And you should engage the audience, and you should be appealing to the audience, so that they are actually seeing you, they are actually understanding what you are trying to say, and they are actually gripping the actual entire thing. And voice and articulation, you know what it is like. You should be loud enough for the audience to hear you. You should not murmur in a very slow voice. So this part is actually very important, and you have to make sure that you know the entire poem. At times this has happened that we tend to forget lines of the poem. We had actually skipped a line. Okay, so that shouldn't be the case. You should actually mug up the poem well, and you should understand every meaning of the poem. That is a very important part. So when I appropriate drama is actually needed, which I have already said. Like this dramatic thing will actually come out from your voice, which will make the audience understand that whether the thing which you are saying, whether it is a sad part, whether it is a happy part, or whether it is a kind of mixed thing, mixed feeling you are actually portraying. So that part is also very much important. And yes, for you to enact a poem, for you to recite a poem, the first part for you which is important is understanding the poem. Without understanding a poem, you can never recite. Whether it is in English or it is in Bengali, understanding the poem is really very, very important. You should understand the tone of the poem. What is the narrator trying to tell you? What is the narrator actually thinking about the poem? So these are the basic factors through which you can actually enhance your recitation skill. You can enhance your speaking power even. And yes, you can actually make a mark. And if I talk about accuracy, like there will be many times where you will be misspell a word, or you will mispronounce a word here. So that particular things should actually be rectified, and that can only be done when you speak and speak more. So you can involve yourself into lots of speaking. At times you can also speak in front of the mirror with yourself, and it is a very good exercise. I can actually assure you on that, and that will lead you to accuracy. And yes, if you can follow these steps, reciting poem will be a very interesting pastime or a co-curricular activity for you all. So now let me just go through the poem, and let me just make you understand that this poem was written by Rabindranath Tagore. So now I will be reciting the poem. This poem is actually written by Rabindranath Tagore. This is written in 2 languages, the English and Bengali. So this poem is written during the independency struggle of India with British. So Rabindranath Tagore wanted all of his countrymen to live their life without any fear, and to live their life in an independent manner. So that is the reason he wrote this poem. I hope I will try my best to recite this poem the way our ma'am used to teach us, and I hope you would find it a bit useful. So let's begin. This is Gitanjali 35 by Rabindranath Tagore. Where the mind is without fear. Where the mind is without fear, and the head is held high. Where knowledge is free. Where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. Where words comes out from the depth of truth. where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habits, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. So that was a thing. I tried. Maybe I've forgotten a few of the tips, and she used to tell me many things. So I just tried. So you need to feel this particular thing, and you need to recite. So I will be working on the same more, because I feel that I am interested more in this also. So that is the way you should recite, and that is the way you should pronounce. Hope you have liked this small effort which I have done for this particular Independence Day. And if you like my channel, the same old thing, please do like, subscribe my channel, and keep sharing this. And yeah, I have also started taking up the online classes. Online classes are held in Zoom and Google Duo. So specifically it's held on the weekend. If any one of you is interested, please drop your name in the comment section. You can also DM me in my Instagram handle, and you can also mail me for the same. Keep spreading love, not fear, and stay home, stay safe. And yes, I will be uploading new videos soon. Thank you so much, guys.